What's going on, everyone? Just change setting on my phone here because I know it's about to go crazy again. Hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. Wow, that's amazing. Hope everybody's doing well. Go Bears! Come on, Aaron. I'm in Wisconsin, so we're struggling. We're going to struggle this year. It's just the way that it is. We got a young new quarterback. What are you going to do? So, what's going on, Texas? How's everyone going? So I thought I'd jump on tonight because I have a little bit of time, believe it or not. Um, yeah. So what's good? 2 a.m. Where are you at? 2 a.m. Man, 6 p.m. here. We're good. It's just dinner time. Austin, Texas, Winnipeg. Climate scientists are making that easy money. Who does your concrete? Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. It's good to hang out with you in Las Vegas and out on your job site. That was fun. Thank you very much. Chris, the broken garden stuff, I talked to the customer and everything is fine between him and I. And more than likely, we're going to be doing more work for that customer. So he wasn't obviously he was irritated in the moment over a couple of different things. One is that Big Ray was washing the concrete truck out too close to a vehicle of his. And then obviously we broke some stuff of his. But I talked to him and everything is good. He bought a new place. And he's talking about he came to the meetup. We had the meetup last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and we were talking about doing some additional work for him. So that's all settled. But thanks for asking. Yes, take sponsorships. Yep. So you saw that in the title. Um, I've had the opportunity to take I don't even know how many sponsorships and work with companies. And you guys probably know by now. I have developed a relationship with Proline Decorative Concrete Tools. They haven't like paid me anything or anything like that, but they've been letting me use their tools and sending me some stuff. So we've developed a relationship, and I don't really have a problem with that because they're really super good tools. The thing that I will never do is promote something that I know is not great, is not a great tool. So I have um, a really big opportunity that looks promising right now with a major, enormous, multinational manufacturer, and it's a big deal, and it looks like it's probably going to happen. So this is something that I just couldn't pass up, but it's not a done deal. Just talking with them, but um, I will do the sponsorships. I haven't really done much of anything, and I've had the opportunity to, and I've just held back because I won't ever turn my channel into an advertisement. So I try to take it easy with that stuff. What's going on, Chris? He said, "Give me a shout out." There's a shout out right there. Arthur, thank you very much. He runs a construction company. I appreciate that. So I said the struggle is real, and that in the title I said the struggle is real, or something like that. Struggling hard, I think I said, and then about the sponsorships, two completely different topics. The last several weeks has been rough. It's been tough. It has been a challenge. It's just been one thing after another, things with the guys and broken equipment, and this is broken and that's broken, struggling with the customers. It's been daily just hammering away at me. And finally today, I feel like I broke free from it. I actually came home today and I was like, I actually had a good day. It was productive. Nothing broke, nothing went wrong. It's been tough lately. It's just been a stretch of several weeks where I've been like, and you guys will see it all in the videos. The videos are a little bit behind, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It literally is just one thing on the heels of another, on the heels of another. It's just like, man, anybody that's been in business knows what it's like. It happens to everybody where it's just like day after day after day after day. And then you'll have good patches where things go really well and things are great. But it's been rough. But I feel better about today. We had nice weather. We poured a big driveway. Everything went really good. Then we poured some curb and gutter. That when concrete showed up on time. Everybody was working good. Guys were fighting a little bit, but not nothing serious. So yeah, it was good. Good day today. So plus I'm starting to, I can look out now and I can see that the end is in sight. We have about less than 6 weeks of work left. So even though I'm getting tired, you know, call it, I'm not burned out, but uh, close to it. You feel exhausted. I feel exhausted this time of year, but the finish line is right there, 5.5 weeks away. So I look forward to that. Obviously, recharging. Just change of pace, working at the shop, doing some welding, fixing stuff, painting stuff, making stuff nicer, organizing. A lot of good things coming too. No, no, no. I know somebody, Bob, thank you, says everybody has advertisements. No one's going to be upset. No, nobody's going to be upset because I'll never take it too far. I understand that, everybody does it um, and so forth. Um, Benjamin quotes a verse here. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. That's great verse. Um, yeah, so the advertising. This is a company that you guys are going to be surprised. This is a big deal. Like this is a major company that I promise you, every single one of you know of very, very well. I'm excited about it, but like I said, it's not a done deal. It's going to be a long-term relationship. If something happens, it's not going to be like one video or something like that. This is going to be a relationship with me and them. And I think you guys will actually be really excited about it too. It's not like I'm selling out or anything like that. It's actually a manufacturer that I like a lot, and I'm excited to promote them actually. I get a lot of stuff. You know what I get the most of? People that are pitching like their Amazon stuff, Amazon sales. Everybody wants me to put a video out. They're going to pay me to promote the stuff that they're selling on Amazon, and almost all of it is absolute junk. And I will never try to sell junk on my channel. You can make a lot of money doing that because they pay you a percentage of whatever sells, and then they pay you like a pretty big chunk of money just to do it. But the channel does really good just with running the advertisements. I mean, I've been blown away, like super happy just how far we've come. Right now, actually, I'll mention this right now because it's possible. It's possible that we could. No, probably not possible. But we're gonna get close. I'm at 399,869 subscribers right now, so just over 100 to go. That's not going to happen more than likely over this live stream because most of you guys that comment and watch the live streams are already subscribed. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. It'd be cool to hit 400. It'll happen probably tomorrow. Um, but that's pretty cool milestone. It doesn't mean a whole lot, subscribers, because some people have a lot of subscribers and not a lot of views, but it's still a pretty cool accomplishment, I think. JK or CK Norris says just about every YouTuber I watch has sponsorships. Could be something as simple as showing us a tool for 30 seconds in the video. Yep. Yep. You bought about 8 lemonade stand businesses out. You must be raking it in now. Actually, I've attempted to buy lemonade stands, but nobody will sell. They're very valuable, apparently, and I can't afford them. That's what I've been told. Love the Easy Money hoodies. Two, would you consider a local company sponsor? I own a moving company. I service the area. I don't know. I'm open to talk with anybody, but it has to fit. I'm not gonna like completely change the style of my videos or like go way off topic to try to promote something. If it kind of fits into my videos, if I can make the whole thing flow or make it funny somehow, something like that, I would probably have to make it humorous and make it interesting because it really wouldn't necessarily go with it. But I'm open to talk. But hey, Ryan, any advice on handling and paying off debt? Sure, I'll give you some advice on that. So I I really don't like debt. I hate debt. I hate that. I hate that feeling. So different business owners are different. Some guys, they're all about debt, using the bank's money, investing it. And they're just, some of them are very astute businessmen and they know how to work all that out. They're willing to take way more risks than I am. I'm very, very conservative. So, as much as I possibly can, I try to pay cash for stuff. Obviously, that's not going to help you at this point if you're piling up debt. Um, so the first piece of advice would be to try to not get in any further debt. Be very conservative. Watch how you spend money. Um, if you're not making a lot, I mean, you really got to make a budget and like be really tight about it. Um, what is the somebody give me the name of the book? I've mentioned it before. I'm drawing a complete blank right now. Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Give me the name of the book, somebody. The kind of the first book in the series. It's a really good book, Total Money Makeover. Thank you, Eric, for that. So Dave Ramsey has a book called Total Money Makeover. I would recommend that you, and no, I'm not sponsored by Dave Ramsey. I would recommend that you give that book a read. He goes into way more detail, gives you a lot more advice than I could give you right now. He's a good guy. He has a lot of good points. I understand like a lot of people, like financial people, like disagree with some of the stuff he says, but for like the beginner level, he gives really good advice about getting out of debt, staying out of debt, and then um, taking it from there. Are you guys getting advertisements during the live stream? They changed something here. There was a new setting, and I don't even know what it means. I hope you guys aren't getting like interrupted in the middle of a live stream. Okay, somebody says no. Okay, it just gave me a notice that there was about to be an ad that was run, and I hit skip it. Yes, so somebody said yes, but everybody else is saying no. I hope not. That would be pretty lame. Um, So, anyways, yeah, get Dave Ramsey's book, and then just be very, very careful with how you spend money. I assume that you're from the USA. We just have a bad habit of spending, 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 spending. We buy all kinds of stuff we don't need. We buy expensive stuff when we could buy an alternative that's cheaper. We just get used to, I guess, we get used to a luxurious lifestyle. And there's upper levels and lower levels of that. But even people that don't have any money, you'll see them have nice cell phones and they have nice clothes. And not everybody, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We just like to have nice stuff. And I'm in that category myself. I like to have nice stuff. But you kind of have to back away from that if you're really going to be aggressive at paying off debt. So get Dave Ramsey's book, start there. That would be my best piece of advice. Just hit a trillion in credit card debt, I think. You might want to consider bankruptcy immediately. Have you ever considered running for public office? Jose, I would never run for public office. I love what I do. That gets so ugly. I mean, obviously I get scrutinized and I have my haters and stuff, but when you get into a position where you're going to run for public office, and I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican conservative, whatever. I'm a Christian, I'm pro-life, I'm all the things that lots of people love to hate. So I don't know if I could handle it. They would tear me to shreds. They would tear into me, and I just don't know if I would want to do that. And honestly, like public office, yes, you're like serving the community and so forth, but it's not lucrative. So I'm going to kind of stick with what I know and what I like. Any new videos coming up? Yep. So we've been very consistent this year. Every Sunday morning, every Wednesday morning, and every Friday morning, we've had videos all season. I have not missed one. And then I do have two that I need to edit for bonus videos on Saturday. Those will be coming up, but probably not this Saturday. Uh-oh, getting political. No. You guys already know where I stand. I don't talk about it much because it's not the topic of my channel. Everybody knows who I am already. It's not like it's a secret. Do you see? Those are the kind of questions. So I think this was just meant like as a joke, but somebody says, "Do you care for black people?" So he's joking, obviously, but those are the type of questions like people will try to um, they'll try to get you or whatever when you run for public office. It gets super ugly, super ugly. Still have friends with one of our Wisconsin state senators. I guess I can say his name now. He's not in the state senate anymore. He backed off and he's in business now. But Dale Kuyenga is a friend of mine, and he kind of clued me in and told me how it really is. No, no merch to the UK yet, so we're still gonna stick with. Some of you might not know, we did open the merch yet. I haven't said anything about it because we still have a lot of like stocking and stuff to do. But it's victorystyle.com. You can buy the Easy Money hats and the shirts and hoodies and all that. I don't think I've said anything about it since the one live stream where I kind of dedicated that live stream to that. Not gonna like shove it down your throat every single video, like go to the merch store, go to the merch store. Like channels like that drive me nuts. Just put a link and I'll mention it every once in a while. You guys know it's there. I would appreciate the support. If you guys like the hoodies and hats, just go check out. It's a brand new website, but we do only ship to the United States, so because we're doing everything ourselves. Nope, just the continental United States. All right, let's take some question. How is Eric? Eric, I don't know. Is he here? I don't know. He's probably watching. Eric, where are you at? You here? Somebody said Eric's here. Where you at, Eric? Say something. Did you see Daryl Dewey started a dump truck company? Highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. There he is. What's up, Easy E Concrete? So speaking of promoting other people, Easy E Concrete. If you caught his, I think it was just a short, or maybe it was just a short video. I don't remember. But he announced that he's going to be starting the Easy E podcast. So Eric will be the next Joe Rogan. He will finally have the competition that he deserves. I told Eric that I gave him a list of people that I thought he could get on the show to really blow up the show. I told him he should start with Donald Trump, and they could talk about. We were having fun with that. So we were having fun with that. But I'm gonna come on his podcast. I don't know if I'll be his first guest or whatever, but he asked me to come on. So I'll come on. I don't know when he's gonna start that, but I think he's gonna start it pretty soon. But I'll go on his podcast. I don't know what it's gonna be like. We'll have fun. We always have fun. I'm not gonna start a podcast. I do the lives like this. I'm just not interested in podcasts. I just don't have time for it. I got a lot of other stuff that rolls around in the back of my mind. I have so many ideas, you guys. It's just crazy, like business ideas and social media ideas. And I don't have time for any of it, really. I just do what I do and I'm going to keep going the way that I am until something needs to change. And then I'll start implementing different ideas. I have a whole nother channel, YouTube channel plan, which I'm super confident will blow up. But I'm not even going to mention it, or I don't have time to implement it. But um, it's it's there. I have the channel already, and someday I'll launch it. I promise, and it'll be awesome. How do you motivate yourself to wake up so early and go to work every day before you have your own business? I know money is needed, but some days it's hard. It is hard, Tyler. I understand that it's hard to get up and go to work. Especially when you have a job that's laborious. Physical labor is involved, especially if it's hot or you have a boss that's like not good, yells at you or whatever. That can be rough, man. But honestly, I don't know exactly what to tell you, like what motivates you. Um, I guess like in my mind, even when I was young, when I worked for people, like my parents didn't like they loved me and everything, but they didn't like tell me what to do. Like I was pretty much free to do whatever I wanted for the most part. Like I whatever, So I didn't have anybody telling me what to do. But even when I was young, I always went to work on time. I was never late. I didn't call in sick unless I was extremely sick. I just, in my mind, I just felt um, like it wasn't an option for me. Like I just never considered staying home an option. Now it was different when I was in high school. Like I didn't want to go to school. Like I didn't like school in high school. I mean, I passed and graduated and all that stuff, but I just went enough to do, the bare minimum. And I didn't want to go. And a lot of times I didn't. But I don't know. In my mind, work was way different than school. And I always respected my bosses. I always respected their businesses, and I knew they needed me. So I don't know, but you got to get up and go to work, man. It's character. It's inside of you. It's not something that somebody's gonna like, rule over you with. You just got to get up and do it. That was a bad answer, I know, because I really don't know how to answer that question. But you just need to get up and go to work and be on time. You got to have like goals and plans in the future and work towards something. That's really important. If you want to start a business, you got to start saving money, and you know how that goes. Why do you sometimes pour the borders first and other times pour the middle first? Um, that's a good question. It just kind of depends. One of the things that one of the factors is if it has like a patio door step. So on our patios, if we're going to stamp them, if they're going to be decorative, a lot of times the patio door step will be involved. It'll be a concrete step. You guys know we do post hole footings and pour the step, and we always, almost always, not every single time, but I like to pour my patio door steps separately, place felt against them, and then pour concrete up against them. So if a patio has a border, I like to take the color and the texture that's on the border and use that on the patio door step as well. So in that instance, we would pour, the border and then the step first. So that's the reason why we would do it that way. Sometimes if it doesn't have a step, we'll pour the inside first, because then you don't have to build a ramp and drive the power buggy over the border and so forth. So it just kind of depends. We do it both ways. Hi, Tom Horseman. I wonder how you're doing. I haven't watched one of your videos recently, um, but I have seen your videos pop up. Daryl Jr., I miss saying adios and help Ryan. I have no idea if that's actually Daryl Jr. Although Daryl Jr. does, he does still message me quite often. So as far as I know, he's doing good. He's always asking me to buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Always, like always, sends me good stuff to buy. And some of the stuff he sent me recently, I had already purchased. So I told him, I messaged him back, I think yesterday, the day before, that great minds think alike. Does Tito do? Don't ask stupid questions. When the pour asks for 10 yards and you order an extra like 12 yards, who takes the hit on the extra yards that you don't, if you don't use them? That's me. So whatever concrete, so I don't price a job out where a customer pays for the yardage of the concrete or anything like that. It's all based on square footage. So, if a patio is a certain size and it's 1,000 square feet, and it's $10 a square foot. If it's just plain concrete, it's 10 grand. Um, that's on me. If I want to order extra concrete, I'm not going to change the price and be like, oh, I ordered extra concrete, so you owe 11 grand. The price is 10 grand. I just end up, taking the hit on that. So I always order extra concrete. I hadn't run out of concrete on a pour for a very long time until remember I just said that been going through a pretty rough patch. That was one of the things that happened, and you guys will see that. What time do you usually go to sleep? So I would say I probably actually fall asleep around 12, maybe 11:30 every night, and then I wake up. I've been waking up at like 4:45, something like that. About 4:45, sometimes 5 o'clock. Don't you have with us? Don't you have with a Celsius drink? I'm not sure what that means. Uh, Tino's car is up and running again, so he's driving again. Extra concrete is good. Yeah, I hate running out of concrete. And concrete companies, that the plants are so busy. They've been so busy for years now that if you need extra concrete, you're probably not going to get it. So if you run like half a yard short, like which sometimes would happen in the past, we would be able to call and they would normally just be able to send a truck out right away. Now you might not be able to get that truck for who knows how long, and then what are you going to do? So we had a pretty good solution when we were just recently ran out. It just kind of worked out. You'll see. But sometimes, there's no like, what are you going to do if you run out on colored and stamped borders? What if you run a wheelbarrow short? What are you going to do? Now all of a sudden you got a color problem, integral color, and it's not going to match. So you definitely got to be careful with that. When is the moving to the land video coming up? So Monkers asked that. Um, we have not moved over there yet. I am still waiting for electricity. Basically, we're about 90 95% ready to move over. I just need electricity. So It's coming. It's coming pretty soon. It should be less than a week and a half. I was promised that it'll be less than a week and a half from now. So the video will be quite a ways from there from now because we're behind. So basically, like throughout the year, I think I've explained this before, but our season's going to wrap up mid-November, actually in mid-November. But I want to put videos out all the way till at least Christmas. So we back up the videos on purpose so you have videos all the way to Christmas. That's always my goal. That's been my goal. Last year it worked out perfectly, and it should be. We're right on schedule where that's going to work out again. Um, do you think the guys would ever take a pay cut? No, I would. That would be insulting for me to ask my guys to take a pay cut. I don't know why I would ever do that. I mean, if the economy crashes and I have no work, I would have to let guys go. So you start with that. You don't ever start. I would never start with just telling everybody, I'm cutting everybody's pay. That's never happened in the history of my business. And I don't think it would ever happen, honestly, not unless the economy went into like a major free fall and we were all like struggling to survive and all that. That's a different story. But no, I don't really see that happening. Is there no code on how deep cables should be? That's a good question because you guys see me digging up cables all the time. So if you're talking about internet, there's no code for that. They'll normally just put that right under the sod, 2, 3 inches under the surface. We dig into those all the time. Lines that are dug from the house, feeder line to the garage, those are technically supposed to be 18 inches under the ground. They are very rarely 18 inches under the ground. We dig those up a lot as well. Obviously, our gas is almost always deep. It's supposed to be. Water is always deep, and sewer is always very deep. But gas lines, I've run into gas lines at like 8 inches. There was a job in Sussex, Wisconsin many years ago, and we actually hit it with a shovel. We were just shoveling like a sidewalk. We were only about, 7, 8 inches down. And one of my guys actually punctured the gas line with a shovel and it started spraying. I called the fire department. It was right next to the house, and the gas was like, right by the front door, and it just stinking everywhere. I told the people to leave the house, so they came out. Fire department came, and all the neighbors were out. Everybody's watching, like waiting for this thing to blow. And it was funny because the gas company guys like show up, and to them, it's no big deal at all. The guy just walks up and like he's got his tools and he goes down in the trench and he grabs a thing and I don't remember exactly, but he pinched it off with some kind of device. He pinched it off and fixed it. They weren't worried at all. The gas company guy, they know what they're doing. They know they're not going to, make a mistake. So to them, it was no big deal. So after I saw that, I was like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought. Flawless Shine, thank you very much. Uh, let's meet for World of Concrete. I can detail your F-150. So I'm not going to bring the truck this year. We're definitely going to fly. But I am going to have some kind of meetup at the World of Concrete. Still thinking that through, like where and how to do that. Um, I have a company that I might like let me hang out at their booth, and we would do a meetup there. That would work really good. But I have to talk to them about that. Have you heard about used coffee beans being used in concrete in Australia, or the RAAC concrete fiasco in schools in the UK? I have not heard anything about that. I might look that up. I've never heard of used coffee beans in concrete. Would you add a diesel pump to the yard in the future for time and cost savings? Arthur asked that. I would definitely consider that for sure. Fix your cracked windshield. Safe flight, Ryan. Chris, I know. It's just a matter of having time. Like I said, it's been pretty challenging lately. I haven't had much time to do anything. I mean, look at this hair. Like, look at my hair. I have had no time for a haircut. It's completely wild. Like, but pretty soon I'll take care of that. Once we start slowing down towards the end of the season, like the pressure is like almost going to be off pretty soon. Feels so good. Super good. Let's see. I know I'm missing some of you guys that are giving and so forth, but I'm trying to answer questions that, um, you know, just from everybody as well. I loved a victory shirt that says I'm just around the corner. Do you like snow removal? Nicholas Thomas asks. I do. I do like snow removal. I like big snowstorms. I like thunderstorms. My dad, he's really into the weather. He loves thunderstorms and snowstorms, and he was always excited when there was a storm coming in. So as a kid, I would kind of feed off that. And now I love the stuff too. I think a lot of guys love big thunderstorms, big snowstorms. I think it's cool. I like being out and fighting against the snowstorm, not letting the snowstorm beat you, even though sometimes it feels like it might because you're out for a long, long time. We used to do a lot more snow removal. Now it's, the snow's never going to beat me. It just can't. I have way more equipment than I ever need. I have guys at my disposal and so forth. But it is still a lot of fun for me to get out, mess around in the snow. How's the young mechanic? I haven't talked to him for a little while. He fixed my Crown Vic. He put a power steering pump and did some other work, battery, and I think he did a few other things. So Nate the Great is still around doing his thing, and I'll probably have him come in again this winter, here and there. Would you consider this an easier year as far as jobs and workload? This year seemed more relaxed. Um, well, was it easier? I would say it probably was a little bit easier. The workload, as far as how much work we did, about the same as last year. The guys that you have make a really big difference. They can stress you out, and this year it's just been easier. I feel like I had a crew this year where it didn't cause me as much stress. So it did seem easier in that regard for sure. Um, Dynamite Gaming, thank you very much from Arkansas. Paul, thank you. So buy lunch one day. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Why do you never do exposed aggregate? Is it a northern thing? I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Probably 98% exposed aggregate. Um, so exposed aggregate around here, I've mentioned this a lot of times already on videos and even on these live streams, but it's not popular here. Nobody wants exposed aggregate around here. Nobody ever asked me. I never see anybody doing it. I never see new exposed aggregate around here. It's all plain concrete and stamped concrete, and that's it. Um, that's all we do around here. That's what people want. That's what the contractors know, and that's what we do. Thank you very much, Big G484. Starting construction company. Just wanted your idea on should I put the LLC on it? Oh yeah, definitely. Um, if you're starting a company, if you're going to start a company under LLC, definitely. LLC, I think what he's asking is should he just put it in the name, like, attach it to, I think he's going to have an LLC or be formed as an LLC, but he's asking if you should put LLC. I think you probably should. I think it gives you, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but people will, I think, see that and maybe respect you as a professional business a little bit more. I think that's your question. I hope that answers your question. If you're wondering if you should form your business as an LLC, yes, definitely. PSC Computers in Missouri, thank you. Do you feel the economy is starting to slow in your area? As Peter's Patio and Landscape. Uh, so I guess for me personally, as I become more popular on the internet, I get more leads. You just more people know you, and your name gets spread around even more. So you get a lot of leads. So to be completely transparent, I don't have a great perspective on that like I used to because I was just like everybody else, forever. I was just like every other average contractor. I got my leads, from the website, and we would do door hangers and the trade shows and all that kind of stuff. So I would be able to gauge very well about generally how the economy is doing in my local area. But now I feel like I have an advantage because I'm becoming more and more well known. So I get so many leads. I'm not having any trouble with that at all. So I don't know that I can actually answer that question intelligently at this point. Sorry, I couldn't help with that. So talking to other business owners, it does seem that it is slowing just a little bit. So just talking with some friends and so forth, what I've been hearing is that they're doing estimates, but they're having a little bit more trouble having or getting people to sign on the dotted line. Ray should shave his beard for the end of the season. Yeah, right. I asked him about shaving his beard, and he was like, "Not a chance." Oh, somebody asked if I should check my subscribers. Let's see where we're at. 935, 399, 935. So we're 65 subscribers from 400K right now. I don't know. Should I just stay on until we get it? We might not get that tonight. I'm only getting like when I put. So here's the thing. Here's a little tip for you. If guys, I know a lot of guys are interested in YouTube, and I try to spread a little bit of advice here and there regarding YouTube. So if you want subscribers, just make YouTube shorts. Just make tons of YouTube shorts and like concentrate on that because like in August, I experimented again with YouTube shorts. Like every so often, I'll experiment and I'll put a bunch of shorts out, and you'll get thousands. I'll get thousands of subscribers just from the YouTube shorts. Um, but I only experiment with that because then I stop doing the shorts and then I pay attention to like the rest of the channel. And then it seems like it dips after I stop doing the shorts. So I'm still up in the air whether to do shorts or not. Every once in a while I put them out. But my channel right now, I only get like maybe only, it's still good, like maybe 300 or 400 subscribers per day recently. So getting 65 more tonight, um, it may happen. It may happen. Or all you guys could unsubscribe and take me back down to like nothing. That would be really interesting. Ryan's channel's gone. No, please don't do that. I found you from shorts, Shane. So that does happen, but there's not much crossover. That's actually a rarity where people that watch YouTube shorts will actually go to your like longer form content and subscribe and watch your regular long form videos. Because normally what I found is people that watch shorts just like to scroll. They're scrollers, so they watch shorts, but they'll never really sit down and watch a long video. That's typically how it is. Big G 484 again. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you, man. That's super generous of you. He says, has something for the guys and your mother. Also, thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. No problem. Ray's one of my faves. So Ray's a good guy, man. I know, like he makes. I've said this in videos, but he does make mistakes. Sometimes I'll ask him to do something and he'll mess it up or whatever. But the dude has an attitude that is super rare attitude. Like even when Ray's in a bad mood, he's in a good mood. It's amazing, honestly. He's a friend of mine. He actually goes to my church. That's how I started to talk to him, or he started to talk to me about a job over at Victory. Is at church. He's in the same Bible study that I am. He doesn't sit at my table. He sits at a different table. But I make waffles every Sunday morning. I've been doing it for years for our Bible study group. So we would have a chance to talk. And this spring he came over. He was like, "Hey, are you hiring a driver?" And I was like, "Yeah, maybe." So that's how we met. So yeah, he's a good guy. So I can overlook a lot when somebody shows up to work on every single day on time or early and has a smile on their face. I can overlook a lot. I mean, a whole lot because it puts me in a better mood. And I mean, he's still productive. He's a good driver. He's a good guy. I love Big Ray. I prefer long content. This is mechanical fluff. I prefer long content, but I discover a ton of channels via the shorts. I don't watch shorts for content. It's discoverability for me. So again, you're a rare case. You're an exception. Just trust me. I know this 100% as a fact that there's just not much. There's very very little conversion from YouTube Shorts to your long form videos. It's just a fact. Everybody knows it. That has channels and kind of pays attention to that. Dynamite Gaming. Ryan has inspired Big G4A4. Wish nothing but success on your new LLC and business. Big G, give this to your mom for terrific lunches for the crew. I got to write that down because I forget. And I'll be completely honest. I still have, when you guys give to somebody else, just so you know, I keep track of all that. Um, Everything that you've ever given to like my daughters, the ones, there's a bunch here from Eric. Eric's actually all paid off. He's paid up. I paid up for all this already. But there's some in here for um, like Miss Z, $20 for Miss Z. I didn't pay Miss Z that. But I have I keep track of all that just so you guys don't know. I don't like just like pocket the money. You guys know I wouldn't do that, but I keep track of all that. Hopefully, you know I wouldn't do that because I would not. All right, where are we at? YouTube takes a cut. Trevor, yes, YouTube does take a cut. They take a cut of what you guys give during the live streams. Of course, they take a cut. It's their platform. They take a cut of the advertising revenue and all that. that's honestly, it's only fair. I mean, they own the platform. If it wasn't for them, there would be no YouTube channels. Is Eric leaving this year? Steve, this year is actually almost over. We only have, 5.5 weeks of work left, so definitely not leaving this year. Have you seen those 3D printed concrete houses? Yes, I have, Alex. And that was one of the companies that reached out to me. That was prior to the World of Concrete last year. They wanted me to like come and hang out with them, and like they wanted me to sell tickets. They were doing something. They wanted me to sell tickets for, I don't even remember what they were doing. But I didn't get back to them. The 3D houses, if you've never seen it, go check out like a YouTube video or something like that. It's pretty weird. They set up, this machine, and it basically spits out concrete, and it's all done automatically. Uh, it's I don't know. It looks weird. It looks like you're squeezing toothpaste out, and it's just streams of toothpaste everywhere. Um, I don't see where the strength comes into play, to be honest. Because if you think of a poured concrete wall, and there's rebar in it, it's thick. This stuff's not very thick, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to really put reinforcement in it. I don't think they figured that out yet. So I don't know. Like up here in the north, I'm not sure about it. I don't know. I'm skeptical with the 3D printed houses at this point, but that might change. Everything changes, with time. Maybe that'll be the thing. Maybe poured walls and block walls just won't be. That'll be obsolete in 20, 30 years. Who knows? Oh, everybody's asking where Mike is. So yes, thank you. You kind of answered the question. I've been getting texts of people asking me, "What happened to Mike? What happened to Mike?" Nothing happened to Mike. He had a baby. So um, if you have a baby, you get really busy really quick. And Mike's doing fine. I just talked to him on the phone. Actually, I think no, I know that Eric. I don't know if it was Eric and who else, but they poured a job with Mike recently. I think it was yesterday. So Mike's doing fine. He's just really busy. So sometimes, things some things are more important than others. So posting videos obviously is going to take a back seat, to your own child. What's going on, Kentucky? Oh, Mitch. I know Mitch. Mitch is all over Facebook. So I do use Facebook. If you guys, I post some different stuff there, like more personal stuff on my channel or on my page, Ryan Tomich, Ryan RYNTOMICH. I'm fairly active on there. I'm getting close, you guys. 399, 986. So I think it's probably going to happen. It's right there. So 14 more, and we're there. Any new merchandise? So I don't know what you need. No, I don't know what you mean by that, but we have all the merchandise in stock. There's nothing brand new. I mean, this stuff is new. I basically just got the store or the merchandise shed up and running recently. So you've lost some weight. Well, it depends, like the time frame. So I lost some weight since last winter and last year, yes. But so I'll just tell you. Um, I got down to like 270. I was 310 pounds. That was my high. I hit 310 pounds. And then I got down to like 275, I would say. And now I'm back up to like 286. So I've lost weight since last winter, last year, but I actually gained weight in the last couple months here, but far from my high. It's the season, man. It's the stress, it's the busyness, and food makes you feel good. You know what I mean? It's just like it's one of those things. I don't like have any other outlets. I don't do anything else. But I eat. It makes me feel good. It kind of comforts you, and you know that's my thing. Eating. So Timothy says, Ryan, me and my wife make it our duty to eat and watch our favorite concrete guy. Hi, I'm from Kentucky. Thank you very much, Timothy Henson. I appreciate that. 400K. People keep saying that. I have the actual. I got it. Thank you guys. That's super cool. I gotta cover some stuff up on here. I don't want some people to see some of this, but I don't know if you can see that. Probably not, and that hurts my wrist. I'm dehydrated today, so any kind of movement like that. It's hot today in Wisconsin. 400,006 subscribers. Thank you very much. It's really cool, honestly. I told my wife I was going to do a live stream tonight, and I'm getting close to 400. It might happen, so that would be cool. But It did. It happened. Thank you very much. Appreciate all of you so much. It's been a really a cool journey, honestly. It's been a lot of fun, like jumping on social media and then finding a lot of success on it. So, anyways, it's been super hot today, and I'm cramping up. I'm a little bit dehydrated. Uh, for this time of year in Wisconsin, I think we tied a record. The all-time record today was like 86 degrees, and it's October in Wisconsin. It's not supposed to be 86 degrees, but it's been warm. I'm not complaining because it's about to get cold. It actually felt pretty good. But we poured a big driveway today, and uh, we sweat it out. So I got to drink some water. Yeah, so it'll say 399K for you guys because it's always behind. When you have your own page, it keeps like a up to the minute count. So now I'm at 400,021. So it'll probably kick in for you. You'll see the 400K in maybe like an hour or so. It'll probably flip for you, but thank you very much. 91 in Mississippi today. I'm so sick of that stuff. So some people said that they do see it's 400K. Yeah, thank you very. So I guess now it says 400K for everybody. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Super cool. Super cool. When you buying the restaurant for your mom? Yeah, right. Uh, my mom has a pretty special birthday coming up, so she's gonna hit the 7-0 in May. So that's gonna be a cool one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We got to do something special. I'm not buying another car, that's for sure. But we're gonna do something else cool. My mom has been a huge supporter of everything that I do. She's been an encouragement, so we'll do something nice. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna mention this. Today, I don't know if I should mention it or not. I'm gonna mention it. I don't think you'll care. Today is Eric's birthday. So from me to Eric, happy birthday. I ordered him what I ordered 28 yards of concrete today for his birthday, and I let him finish it. So I mean that was a pretty good gift, I thought. But today, I think he's watching. Happy birthday, Eric. Sorry I didn't really get you anything today, but the concrete. But that's what else could you possibly want? I know he wanted a 64 Impala, but it was really expensive, so I didn't buy it for him because he is Easy E. So someday he'll get that 6.4, but not today. Sorry, Eric. I'll just say happy birthday to you. Chelsea, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Celebrate fajitas on me. Man, I love Mexican food. Super good. I love everything Mexican, honestly, except for the desserts. The desserts are just not my favorite. Desserts are something that Americans do better than the Mexicans. So yes, take the sponsorships. Start with an electric bike. The electric bike companies are, man, they're really aggressive. The electric bike companies, I don't even know how many emails, and that's not the same company. Like I don't even know. There's tons of electric bike companies because I've gotten solicited over and over and over and over again. They want to give me electric bike, so I can like show it on the channel. And I think that'd be kind of weird, but I do kind of want an electric bike. After I took my wife um, to Door County, we rode the electric bikes, but I think I would just feel like such a dork doing a video about me putting an electric bike together and like riding it. Like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do the electric bike. If I want one, I'm just going to buy one. $20 Eric for his birthday. There you go, Eric. See, it paid off that I mentioned it. I know Eric was watching earlier. I don't know if he's watching anymore. He probably is. He probably is. So write down some questions, Eric. Then when we do the podcast, you'll have something to talk about. Yeah, it is. It's too cringe for Ryan to do a bike ad. It really is. It would be very cringe. I would get like I would get some feedback on that one for sure. I know another concrete guy, concrete with the house. He actually did it, but just with his personality, it was better for him. It would be weird for me, honestly. Eric finally turned 18. Come on. Brian Romo, what's going on? Buy a motorbike. I would like a I would like a motorcycle, but I'm not gonna get a motorcycle. I just have too much to lose. I live on the border of Milwaukee and Waukesha. I'm in Brookfield. It's a town that's located in Waukesha, but we're right on the border of Milwaukee. And Milwaukee's a great city, but it has its share of problems. And one of the big problems that it has is people that are they drive like they are nuts. Anybody that lives around here will tell you the same thing. It's crazy. It is super dangerous just driving in Milwaukee or on the outskirts of Milwaukee. There's certain roads like Capitol Drive, Hampton, Good Hope, especially Capitol Drive. Driving because I get my prescription contacts, my glasses, kind of on the north side of Milwaukee, and it's crazy. It is crazy. People driving 90 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic. You see it almost every time you drive down there. So motorcycles are they're just too dangerous, honestly. I love them. I had one. I would love to ride one, but I just have too much to lose. I have 7 kids that need me. So, it's just one of those things I'm going to go without. And that's perfectly fine. Proline sponsor this man. So I mentioned earlier, Proline and I do have a relationship. So he sent me stuff for free. They don't give me any money or anything like that, but they've treated me really good. He calls and texts, and he's just a good guy. So they don't like sponsor me, but they have, given me some tools to use, and we have a good relationship now. Ryan, you should see some of the bad drivers here in the Orlando area. I used to live in Metro Detroit. So many close calls. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. I don't know why that is. Honestly, it just seems like it doesn't seem like it's just true, and it's really sad that people have no regard. Some people, I don't group anybody together, but some people have no regard for the safety or the lives of other people. They just do not care. The way that they drive shows that they do not care if they kill somebody. They just don't care. And what's even more sad than that is from the way they drive, they're showing that they don't care if they live or die. And that's what's so sad about it. That a lot of people just completely lost hope and they just don't care anymore. That's why there's so many shootings. Milwaukee is crazy. It is wild with the shootings. There is so many shootings in Milwaukee. There's a lot of murders, but the shootings just it's not just Milwaukee. It's all the metropolitan areas in the entire country. But it's grown to the point where it is just wild. People with the guns, it's gone. It's off the rails. Honestly, people will shoot at other people just for next to no reason. It's honestly it's sad. I don't know how I started talking about that Milwaukee driving. Anyway, we'll move on from that. Alex said, "Crazy. I remember when you hit 20K. Uh, Long way you've come. Us white collar guys got to live vicariously somehow." Yeah, that is actually true. There's a lot of like accountants and professionals that watch the channel. They just find construction work, people that work with their hands, something they don't get to do. They find it interesting because they're on their computers. And the thing is they need us. To do the stuff that they don't know how to do, and we need them too. Like, I need my account. Without my account, I don't think I'd be in business, honestly. Some of the stuff they do is very complex, it's complicated. Tax laws change continually, so they got to stay educated on an annual basis. It's crazy. So it's kind of cool how that works. We need you guys, and you guys need us too. So Erickson Paula Fund, $10. Did you get the Good Work Kitty shirt I sent you? Brig, I don't know if you actually sent it, but I suspect that you did. And yes, I did get the shirt. And if you go to my personal Facebook page, Ryan Tomich, Tomich, if you look on that page, I have a picture with Grace wearing the shirt, actually. So if it was you, thank you very much. Um, but yeah, the picture is right there. That was really, really a cool shirt. Will you store gravel at the new land, or will you continue to buy it for each job? So it just makes more sense to send Big Ray or Ryan Jr. off to the gravel pit because the gravel pits are close. I'll never store gravel at the yard and like load gravel at the yard in the morning and then go. It just doesn't work out like that. It is nice to have a gravel pile, so like on emergency situations where you're just out of gravel, or if it's late at night, doing something on the weekend, you have a little bit of gravel. That's nice. So I'll probably have some there, but it's not something you use on an everyday basis. Kyle Wilt, thank you very much. You deserve it. I can't wait to see 1 million subscribers. That's going to take a while. You're an inspiration. Thank you very much. Um, give it towards the land. I appreciate that very much. I'm very excited about the land. So I'll talk about this a little bit. Last night I met with the civil. So last week I met with the builder. We went over the plans. We sat down at B-52s. We went over the plans. The plans are all finished. He gave me the prices, and it was expensive, really, really expensive. Um, but at least the plans are done. And then last night I met with the civil engineer for the last time. We talked about everything. So I'm pretty much ready to go ahead and sign the contract. And we're only going to do one building at a time. I had this thought, to try to make a second building next year as well, and that's just not going to happen. The pricing is it's really, really expensive. So um, even just doing one and then having to develop the land or improve the land, I should say, with all the grading, and there's a lot of sewers going in, and the retention pond, all that's going to add up too. So we're just doing one, but I'm super excited about it. It's I've never built anything. I didn't build this house. I bought this house from a friend, and I've never really built anything substantial like that. So this is going to be a first for me, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I am enjoying everything so far, and we didn't even get started barely yet. Right, you should come to Carmel, Indiana. It's shockingly beautiful. I've never heard of that. Carmel, Indiana. Huh. Marcus, thank you very much. Let Junior drift the Mustang. No, I don't think so. No. Will viewers get priority on rentals for future land building spaces? So, Trey, that's actually a good comment. Are you hiring? I'm not hiring at the moment. So the idea that I had in mind, and usually when I have an idea with this like this, I follow through. So it'll probably happen. But my idea is when the building is finished and I finally get occupancy, I'm going to try to have a meet up there and invite you all to a meet up there, have everybody there, kind of have a community open house, have a bunch of people there, have food, maybe do some contests or something fun or whatever. But not only will that serve to say thank you to all of you because you guys obviously are a big part of that whole process, but I'll have people there, local people from the community, because most of the contractors around here, they're always beeping at. They know me, they know who I am. So I think I'm going to have an advantage when it comes to trying to rent out the units. I think there's going to be more than more guys than I have units available that want to rent. I'm going to keep the prices reasonable. Obviously, they need to be set at a certain point. You can't like give it away because these buildings is very expensive and it's an investment. But I'm going to keep them low as I possibly can. There's another place that does pretty much the same thing, like way on the other side of town, and I'm actually going to come in with lower rent than them. So I'm going to keep it below them and try to fill the places and keep it reasonable for the guys. I want guys to, I don't want them to pay too much rent and have it hurt their business, obviously. So, but they're going to be nice, clean units, brand new with floor drains. Sponsorships can be a tricky game. I've had a lawyer read the contract before signing any contract. Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. The sponsorships, you got to be careful. I won't get. There's a lot I can say about that because I've gone through some of that stuff already, just with Facebook and stuff. I haven't any problems, issues, but you got to be really careful, like who you partner with. What happened, Ryan? Just started watching the stream. Manny, well, thank you. Nothing in particular happened. So we just crossed the 400,000 subscriber mark. So that was really cool. Thank you again for that. We're at 400,037. But I just mentioned that, it's been a struggle. The last several weeks they've been hard. And you guys will see in the videos, um, all, all the stuff that's happened. Uh, it was just like, ah. So it'll probably be like it'll probably be a make for good videos, but it didn't make for any fun for me. Trust me on that one. Can you write off the new land and buildings as a business expense? No, you cannot. So you can't write off the land because it's not a non-depreciable asset. Not now anyway. Someday when you sell it, you won't pay taxes on the land, the value of the land. And then buildings, the building you can write off, but you have to write it off over how many years was it? Like 29 years? I mean, it's a super long time. My accountant told me, I can't remember. I think it's 29 years. I think I'm right about that. So you don't really like to, okay, like I spent $1 million on the business and the land and all that. So I get to write off $1 million next year. So, all my profit is just, it's all mine. I don't have to pay taxes on it because I have all that money. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Is Junior taking a break from his channel for school? So yeah, Ryan's really busy. Ryan Jr. is really busy. He's got full load of classes. He's a senior in college this year. He has still been doing some work, so you'll see some videos come out from him. Not a ton, because his time is just really limited. I think he just works on Saturdays now, and that's really all the time that he has. Concrete preacher. I'm definitely not a preacher. Have you thought about solar at the land? Solar light would save you thousands. No, I'm not a huge fan of solar for a couple reasons. First reason being that we're in Wisconsin, so especially in the fall, winter, and spring, we get lots of cloudy conditions. Even in the summer, we get a lot of clouds, and solar's just not going to work. I need a lot of power. I need bright, bright lights all night long. So I've never been a huge fan of solar, to be completely honest with you. It seems like you need a lot of contraptions hanging all over your roof and stuff to get the power that you actually need to do anything. Brady, thank you very much. Just compliments and says he loves the videos. Appreciate that. Dustin, thank you very much. What do you really pay for Eric's 28 yards of concrete? Wow, that's super awesome, man. hopefully, hopefully that's a joke. I didn't pay for Eric's concrete. I was just kidding, and it was for my job. I was just making a joke. Like I bought Eric 28 yards of concrete. No, he just had the opportunity to finish the concrete that I bought for his birthday. It was just a joke, maybe a bad one. Brian, thank you very much. What kind of videos can we expect come end of the season? We're going to be headed back into the shop, of course, once our season wraps up. So we'll be fixing stuff, welding stuff. I would love to do. I would love to do a car build. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. See, the thing with that is I'm not experienced at that. I personally can't dig into a car and build a street car. I just can't do it. I don't have the skills. I don't know how to make it safe. I don't know how to make it fast. I don't know how to tune a car. It's pretty technical, man. So you need a real pro to help you. You don't just pull a motor out, put a motor in, and put a turbo on it. It doesn't really work that way. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, wiring issues and compatibility and all that. And if I do it, I don't want to just slap stuff together. Oh, it runs and drives, but all your electronics are messed up. You got no AC anymore, and it's just kind of all hodgepodge together. I want it done like nice. You know what I mean? If I build a street car, I want it to be nice. So I'm open to that. Whether it happens or not really depends on if I find the perfect person to do it. Tuning it is a big deal, of course. I can help you with car build. Well, if you're actually a person that is interested, you could always email me and I'd get back to you. But again, I wouldn't even consider anybody if they're just like a shade tree mechanic. Like they need to be an experienced, like professional that has done this numerous times and can show me their work. So, because it needs to be safe, and I don't want to just put a hunk of junk together and drive it around and make it, loud. I don't care about that. I want it very fast, very nice, reliable, all that stuff. I would be open to that. Where is Nathan? So Nathan is not a car builder. Nathan is a mechanic, but he's more of like a general mechanic. He's not into the performance stuff whatsoever. He's not interested in it. I don't think he's ever done it, but he's a good general mechanic. Is Ray staying for next season? I am not sure. I hope so. I want Ray to stick around. Ray likes concrete, but I mean, there's just a practical reality that the middle of November, towards the end of November, especially, it freezes up in here in Wisconsin, and we can't pour concrete outside. And I can't just like pay guys all winter long to do nothing for me. And each guy has a skill set, and if there's nothing that they can do within my business, I can't just have them stick around just for no reason. That's just the reality of a seasonal business here in Wisconsin. Every contractor that's seasonal faces the same thing. It's a struggle keeping guys around during the winter months. And of course, I try to do my best. You guys saw what I did last winter. I try. I do whatever I can. So I really hope Ray sticks around. We're working on something right now. I'm hoping to find a broker that can keep the Mac busy for the winter months. That would be like the ideal situation because that's the skill set that Ray has. He's a good truck driver. I feel completely comfortable letting him drive my truck every day, all day long. So if I can find a broker that can provide work for the dump truck, Ray is definitely willing and wanting to drive it all winter. Although finding work for a dump truck in the winter here in Wisconsin is not as easy as it sounds because there's a lot of construction guys that are all trying to do the same thing with their dump trucks, if you know what I'm saying. Come to Florida, Ryan. It's season. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Some of you guys get to work all year round. But honestly, when the end of the season comes, like I need the rest. So I do look forward to it. Where's Daniel? He's probably upstairs, maybe practicing his violin or doing his homework, or he's always busy doing something. Come to Texas. Texas was fun, man. I went to Texas uh, with Muddy Feet, Jeff from Muddy Feet Concrete Pumping a couple years ago. Texas was nice. I liked it. When are you moving to the new land for good? Real soon, as soon as I get power. There's just some wiring stuff that I need to finish, and we're out of there, man. We're going. The other was it 2 days ago. I just had another horrible day a couple days ago. You guys will see the videos. We pull into the yard, end of the day, and Francisco was driving the form truck. And one thing that my landlord, you guys know the mechanic there, he's also the landlord. He owns the place, but he hates when people drive through his property too fast. He always has. His dad owned the business before he did. I've been there for a long time when his dad was there too. And that is one thing that they just will not tolerate is anybody driving fast. Like they go berserk if you drive too fast through the lot. And so we pull in. I already had a horrible day. Pull in, like, okay, the day's over. I'm in the yard. The guys are coming in right behind me. And I'm like, okay, like everything that is going to be bad. It already happened. So we're done. So the guys come in. I didn't see them come in. They were behind me just a couple minutes. I pull in and I get out of my truck to say goodbye or whatever. Here comes the landlord, like walking up to my truck. I was like, hey, what's up? And then he just gave me a mouthful, like swearing at me and like I had anything to do with it. I didn't, but it was, my guys. And I was like, man. So yeah, that happened. That was interesting. But it'll be nice, not having a landlord really soon, be able to do donuts in my parking lot. I really don't care. You want to go, I'm going to get a 90-mile-an-hour speed limit in my parking lot, and that'll be it. So it's going to be nice having all the space, not sharing it with other people or other trucks parked in my way. That's been driving me crazy recently, too. Maneuvering around. We got all the room we could ever want. So that'll be nice. Go big on snow removal. I really don't want to, David. I mean, I've thought about it, given it some consideration. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to go big with snow removal. We used to snowplow quite a bit of snow. We had contracts all over the place, including Children's Hospital, Wisconsin, which is a massive contract. And it was a real headache, let me tell you, because we needed a bunch of employees to help us, obviously. And trying to get guys to come in at 6:30 in the morning for construction is one thing. Trying to get guys to come in at 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning, that's another. It's really difficult. And then, like you desperately need the help during a snowstorm. And when a guy or guys don't show up, like you're in big trouble because your customers like fully expect their lots to be cleared, clean, and safe when they roll in the morning. And if you don't have enough help, it's a total nightmare. Total nightmare. Very stressful. So I don't want to go big on the snow removal. Just don't want to do it. Just going to take it easy with that. Will Ray do snow removal? No, no. Assign parking spots for your guys. Lindy Lewis, already in the works. We are going to do that. All right. What time is it? Autumn. How's the video coming?
It's done.
Oh, Autumn's done with the video.
What?
The video's done? I'm
Yeah.
on live stream, so
Yeah, it's done.
okay. So Autumn finished the next video. That's going to be coming out tomorrow morning. So I got to watch that and re-edit it. Autumn does such a great job. I say re-edit it, but I only usually just edit just a couple little things here and there. She does a great job, honestly. She's still able to do a bunch of editing for me, which is huge. So I'm gonna watch that video, upload it to YouTube. Um, that'll be going out tomorrow. Which job is that? It's a driveway. I think it's a setup. It's a driveway setup. Super hot. Somebody that I know, good sized driveway, asphalt removal, and then the following day we poured it. That'll be the video after that. It was really hot when we set it up. Like the guys were dying. Like Eric was dying. I remember that. He was like, "Oh, yeah." He'll remember. Say hi to Autumn. I definitely will. I definitely will. All right, you guys. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much for. Yeah, I just feel like I should keep going for a little bit, but I haven't even eaten dinner at 7:18. I should probably eat and do the video, but I don't want to leave. So thank you very much again. The 400K is really cool. So we're at 400,046. So thank you so much. I'm gonna do a the next live stream I do, I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away some hats and hoodies and stuff like that. So make sure the next time you see me pop on a live stream, make sure you get on because I don't know how I'm going to do it or whatever. I'll figure it out, but before I go live again, but we're going to do a giveaway for the 400K. I didn't have anything prepared tonight. I couldn't have anyway, but we'll do it for the 400K. Even though by that point I'll have some more than that, but we'll do a giveaway. I'll give you guys some stuff and I just have to figure out like the best way to do that. Still haven't figured out a great way to do a live giveaway, but I'll look into it. I'll figure it out. All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. I think I'm over the hump. Like I said, today was a good day. So I think like it was a struggle, but I think today like was the breakthrough day where we're gonna have a string of good days in a row. At least I hope so. All right, you guys have a great night. Adios.